The university has a new president. As welcome to surprise to many, it is interim president Joe Paul. We have more details at the top of the show.
The religious protesters have made themselves loud and clear on campus. We have more details on what spectators and administrators have done and can do.
USM football is on a 2-game win streak following their victory against Texas State. We'll see if they're ready for their Thursday matchup against the Raging Cajuns tomorrow evening.
News, weather, sports, and more begins right now on SMTV.
From the Chuck Scarborough Television Studio on the campus of the University of Southern Mississippi, this is SMTV News. News you can use.
Good evening, USM. I'm Cordaveon Carter.
And I'm Aysia Wade. Thank you for tuning in into SMTV. We begin the show tonight with some big news. Mississippi Institution of the Higher Learning had a big announcement for the University of Southern Mississippi. USM interim president Joe Paul was declared to be the next president. It comes less than a month after listening sessions begin for USM's next president.
The formal announcement of this will take place tomorrow afternoon. The university community is invited to attend. It will be in the ballroom of the Thad Cochran Center. You can find out more information at sm2media.com.
Protesters from the Church of Jackson have become a familiar face on campus. Since last school year, they have been one of the most controversial outside groups at USM. Many students have been wondering when and if the Church of Jackson will leave for good. Brooke Parker has the answers.
The Church of Jackson is a frequent visitor of the USM campus. The group can often be found protesting every Tuesday at Shoemaker Square with various graphic signs. Following complaints from students to SGA Senate, administration has decided there is little that can be done.
The people who are on campus, they're in a free speech zone, and since they are on a publicly funded university, they have every right allotted by the Constitution. That includes freedom of speech, freedom of religion. So if we try to impede on that, that's directly interfering with their First Amendment rights.
There are 5 free speech zones on campus. During these protests, a campus police officer and Dean of Students Serena Cantrell, or Vice President, are always in attendance. Despite this, there have been instances of students assaulting members of the Church of Jackson at these protests.
And then there's been instances of students spitting on them, flashing their extremities to them, so that's assault, and then that's public indecency. So those are crimes that can be followed up by a lawsuit.
Brooke Parker, SM2 News.
Inflation and price gouging on goods affect everybody. As a result, costs for just about everything are higher than ever. This also affects the Eagle's Nest food pantry. There is plenty of canned food, but the students, faculty, and staff who use the pantry will have difficulty finding fresh or even frozen food. Seasonings and many non-food items are next to non-existent within the food pantry.
Because of prices going up, we aren't able to get as many donations anymore because people aren't able to afford to give their, little extra money that they have for donations. So we are struggling with getting donations due to it.
USM's food pantry is located under the hub. For those in need of resources, the food pantry is open on Wednesdays and Fridays. Donations of money and goods can be dropped off at Eagle's Nest. You can find out their hours and more information on USM's website.
Live at 5 is still here at Community Festival held in downtown Hattiesburg. It is something for everyone to enjoy. The past Friday, there was a live performance for the Sun Valley Station's Marvelous Band. Live at 5 has happened every Friday for the past 5 weeks.
I probably would have to say it would be the guys that's jamming right now. I met them last night at the Homegrown Revival, and they came out to jam with us. They jamming the night with us, so we've been having a good time.
And what's the most enjoyable thing about Live at 5 for you?
Meeting new people, man, sowing new seeds. When people come to my truck and they get them something great to eat, they're like, man, when they come back the next time, they're like, I've been so excited about Live at 5 because I knew you were going to be here, Southern Wine.
Live at 5 ends this Friday. If you can't make it, you'll have to wait until next fall.
Coming up next, we'll take a look at what we have in our flash news briefing and sports recap.
But before then, let's take a quick look at the weather.
Not again. Great, I'm gonna be late.
Call Lockout Locksmith. When every second counts, we are on the scene. You can count on us, your friendly neighborhood locksmith. We are available Monday through Saturday from 7 to 7. Call now, 601-854-6521, or visit us at lockoutlocksmith.service.
Check out our new design for our Adcock Pool and Spa website. Explore the new look and feel. Build your perfect poolscape in the comfort of your home with our in-ground pool wish list. Choose from different features including pool type, shape, depth, and exquisite style with our outdoor landscape options. With Adcock Pool and Spa, you're in control. Visit us at adcockpoolandspa.com or at any of our 3 locations. Adcock Pool and Spa. We are in the fun business.
HubCityHoedown.com to find your tour dates and live music events for all your favorite local bands. Or submit your own local event on our website. That's HubCityHoedown.com. Your live music in the Berg.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
There are a couple things outside of Hattiesburg that you need to know about. Here's your SMTV Flash News Briefing.
Today, the Mississippi Department of Health shut down a local Bay St. Louis restaurant due to 8 health code violations. The restaurant Lou and the Redhead Lady failed 5 out of the 7 inspections that checked for hazard food conditions, along with 3 others. MDOH rarely closes down restaurants, so this serves as a surprise to many in the community.
A second woman has come forward claiming Georgia Republican U.S. Senate nominee Herschel Walker pressured her into having an abortion. The woman claimed she had a romantic relationship with Walker and that he urged her to get an abortion in 1993. Herschel Walker has denied the allegation and claimed the woman is lying. He did the same when faced with similar allegations from a previous ex-girlfriend. The woman appeared as Jane Doe at a news conference with attorney Gloria Allred, who claims the woman presented photos and written evidence of her and Walker's relationship. She says the woman does not want her identity to be revealed due to fear of retaliation. Herschel Walker is known to be outspoken against abortion and has even called for a total ban, including for instances of rape or incest.
Canada has banned the sale of the new handguns in the latest gun control action. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau states the policy that went into effect Friday builds on previous efforts banning handgun imports. The actions will prevent the buying, selling, or transferring of handguns in the country. The freeze was announced back in May and the nation's strongest gun control measure in 40 years. This has been criticized by the government of Alberta, which has previously claimed the province will resist further gun control measures. Canada has a fraction of the gun deaths reported in the United States, and Mississippi currently has the highest firearm mortality rate in America.
Welcome to SMTV Sports Recap. I'm Nathan Lee. We have a lot on our recap today, starting with the football team's wild finish in San Marcos, men's golf taking home first place honors, and volleyball's dominant performance against the Red Wolves. Golden Eagle football had itself a nail-biter this weekend in their matchup against the Texas State Bobcats, as it would come down to the very end. Still, the team was able to capture a 20-14 victory due to the defense stepping up once again. The defense led the way with 12 tackles for loss, and they also held the Bobcats to -6 rushing yards. They also showed up big time on third down, as the Bobcats only converted 2 of 14 attempts. Due to some timely offense from Zach Wilkie with his big play to Chandler Pittman with less than a minute left, the Eagles were able to get the job done on the road. Southern Miss football now has a short week ahead of them as they face the Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns on Thursday, October 27th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are as low as $9 from select vendors, so you should try your best to attend this big-time Sun Belt game. The Southern Miss men's golf team had the biggest win of the week as they were able to capture team and individual titles at the Little Rock Invitational. This is the second tournament of the fall that the Golden Eagles won, their first being at the Jim Rivers Intercollegiate. The team defeated VCU by 4 strokes and UTEP by 9 strokes in the 16-team tournament. A big reason for the team victory was due to an individual on the team named Ryan Dupuis. Dupuis had himself a tournament with 3 eagles over the 2 days, also finished with a 4.0 stroke average on all par 5s in the event, which was the best out of the 90-player field. The men only get 10 days to celebrate their victory as they now prepare for the three-day White Sands Bahamas Invitational on October 28th through the 30th. Golden Eagles volleyball had a near-perfect 2 matches against the Arkansas State Red Wolves last week, winning the first match 3-1 and sweeping the Wolves in the second match. Outside hitter Mia Wesley and middle blocker Kara Atkinson led the way for the Golden Eagles as they led the team in kills in the 2 matches, with Wesley registering 31 and Atkinson following with 25. In the first match, Southern Miss dominated early on with many flurries of scores. They would go on to drop the second set, but responded in the next 2 sets with close finishes. The Golden Eagles left no doubt in the second match as they would sweep the Red Wolves, closing it with a 25-15 final set victory. Southern Miss volleyball gets back to action this week in 2 home matches against the Georgia State Panthers, starting on Friday, October 28th at 6 p.m. Now it's time to announce this week's Player of the Week, which you, the fans, voted on, which is Chandler Pittman. Chandler Pittman finished the day with 11 rushing yards and 5 carries and a 53-yard receiving touchdown, which was also the play of the game. When the team needed someone to step up most, Pittman proved to be one of those guys. Congrats to Pittman for joining the 4th Street Player of the Week squad. Don't forget to listen or watch the 4th Street Sports Show on Mondays at 5 p.m. on 88.5 FM or the Southern Miss Student Media YouTube channel. This has been the SMTV Sports Recap. Back to you.
Thank you, Nathan.
Coming up, most of us know October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but did you know it's also Dyslexia Awareness Month?
That story in the community calendar up next. Don't go away.
For news, weather, sports, and more, follow Southern Miss Student Media on all of our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.
Oh, man. Get out of here.
world is changing, and we are changing with it as our students create, inspire, and inform. Beginning this fall, the School of Media and Communication will take its Public Relations Master's degree fully online. That means students anywhere in Mississippi or around the world can get their advanced PR degree from the University of Southern Mississippi. Check us out as our students find new ways to create, inspire, and inform.
Hurricane season has begun. Residents are preparing for the real and rising risk of flooding. Now they're armed with an extra layer of protection. Flood insurance. Follow your instincts. Protect the life you've built with flood insurance.
From the Chuck Scarborough Television Studio on the campus of the University of Southern Mississippi, this is SMTV News. News you can use.
October marks National Dyslexia Awareness Month. SM2 reporter Simeon Gates has more information on the condition.
For Dyslexia Awareness Month, SM2 News caught up with members of USM's faculty to learn about how the condition impacts student performance. Dyslexia is a neurobiological disorder that impedes people's ability to read, write, and spell. Symptoms begin to surface in childhood. USM is home to the DuBard School for Language Disorders, a school for Mississippi school children with learning disabilities that impact their communication. Its director is Dr. Missy Schrader. Here's how she described the disorder.
Children who have dyslexia, their primary or most obvious problem is that problem with decoding. So they are not able to see a word, look at all the letters, and figure out what sounds those letters make so that they can attach a word to that sequence of letters.
At Southern Miss, Student Accessibility Services provides disabled students with necessary academic and housing accommodations. Based on their data, about 9% of the student body has a learning disability, and most of those people have dyslexia. Disability specialist for technologies and auxiliaries Elizabeth Killinger talked about one feature she noticed in working with dyslexic students.
There is a pretty long process to getting diagnosed with a learning disability over something like ADHD or anxiety. There is a longer process. And I think it helps them understand how their brain works a little bit more because there is a little bit more to it.
Dyslexia Awareness Month coincides with the SAS's Disability Awareness Week, which is from October 24th to 28th. Students who need accommodations can contact SAS or visit their website for more information. Simeon Gates, SM2.
I am Huey Turledge, and this is the Community Calendar. The University of Southern Mississippi is welcoming Dr. Joseph S. Paul as the 11th president. The formal announcement is on Thursday, October 27th at 3 p.m. in the Thad Cochran Center on the 3rd floor. Southern Miss's Student Accessibility Services is hosting Petaway Stress in Spirit Park between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on October 28th. SMAC is putting on Orphan in the Joe Paul Student Theater on October 28th. Doors open at 7 p.m. SMAC presents Kids Halloween Carnival in Weathersby Lawn on October 28th from 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. AASO is participating in the Trunk or Treat hosted by the West Point Baptist Church of Hattiesburg on Monday, October 31st. This has been the SM2 Community Calendar. Back to y'all in the studio.
All right. So, I gotta ask, what are y'all plans for Halloween?
So me personally, I'm going trick-or-treating. I don't care how old I am. I'm going to give me some candy.
Right, free candy. You can't say no to that.
Yeah, well, I got a sports show to do, 4th Street Sports Show. But then after that, your boy's going trick-or-treating.
Heard that.
I got to work on the paper for
No.
Southern for the student press, so
Grind never
I don't
stops.
do anything.
Grind never stops.
Work.
Well, you gotta work to be where you want to be, so understand that. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to SMTV.
Be sure to subscribe to our Southern Miss Student Media on YouTube and follow us on all our social medias.
You will be sure to find a new episode of the show every Wednesday evening. But hey guys, it feels weird being here. I'm usually just on Southern Miss Says. But don't worry, I'll be back on camera soon. I'm Mario, aka the Blaster Master of the Universe.
Bruh.
Carter, baby. All
right. And I'm Zed.
And I'm Sonya Blade.
I'm the demon over the student prince.
And I'm Batman. As always, Southern Miss.
To the top.
To the top.
Bye.
For the latest SMTV News episode, find us and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Southern Miss Student Media. Listen to Southern Miss Today, Monday through Thursday on WUSM. Get all of your local, regional, and national news, weather, sports, and more on Southern Miss Today. News you can use. If you would like to advertise with Southern Miss Student Media, give us a call today at 601-266-4258 or reach out to Justin Martin at wilbur.martin@usm.edu.
Not again. Great. I'm gonna be late.
Call Lockout Locksmith. When every second counts, we are on the scene. You can count on us, your friendly neighborhood locksmith. We are available Monday through Saturday from 7 to 7. Call now, 601-854-6521. Or visit us at lockoutlocksmith.service.